Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakodas. I want to give double honor to our elder apostles, the great millstone who rule well, peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right. Shalom to you, Akim and you, Akwath, who are tapping in to this live stream. All right. And I'm out here at an undisclosed location, viewing our planet, the planet that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai gave to our big brother Yahweh Shai, all right, and the nation of Israel, all right. This is our planet, all right, and Esau's establishment, all right. Esau's establishment is invading. It's a counter to our planet, and the reason why I'm pausing, because these Edomites out here throwing frisbees and stuff, man. It's like, I hate when they do this shit. Although the park is for that, but you know, people out here sitting down, they throwing frisbees like some fucking third graders, man. Nonetheless, I digress. This society, this establishment, this establishment, all right, it's a counselor. Let me tap back in. It's a counselor, all right. It's a counselor to Earth. It's a counselor to us, all right. The Earth doesn't need when Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Hakudash credit Earth, all right. It was a house for the inhabitants, namely the nation of Israel, but ultimately the other inhabitants as well. Okay, everything on the earth is here to benefit us, and there's no other external source. There's no other. We don't need any outside entities. All right. For houses, we have trees. All right. For food, vegetation, we have trees. We have the soil that grows the vegetation. You see? So we don't need anything. And what happens is he built these little modern mountains called skyscrapers. He concentrated millions of people in these cities with these dust mobiles called vehicles, emitting all type of poisons into the air. It has all type of nuclear plants in these cities, emitting all type of vapors. He has all type of Wi-Fi, cancer-causing, bee-killing forces out here, man. For lack of better words, man. He has all type of chemicals and within the processed food, man. Right? He's put everything on a low vibration. He's done things that's totally unnecessary. All right? And this is within the duration of his rulership. Ultimately, it's almost like 700 years. From the mid-1300s to now. And when this man came over here to the Americas at the end of 1492, all right, he came bringing death because he eroded the ecosystem. He offsetted the ecosystem. He offsetted, all right, the water. And I'm gonna do another lesson, I'll be willing, on the water. He destroyed the water because it's so, you know, when Gad was inhabiting the Americas, all right, they had a rich source of water, man. There was no fucking tap water. There wasn't no bottled water. It was a rich source of valley water, mountain water, water pouring down from the mountains. But when it poured down from certain mountains, some of those mountains had actually gemstones in those mountains. So the waters would go through a passageway, going through these different mineral-rich habitations. In turn, it would be a natural source of mineral water, spring water. And when you drunk it, you will be rich in so many different minerals, man. All right? But now we don't have that in mass. Now that's some special stuff, you know? Buy one bottle and it's expensive. All right? So the earth, once again, it's a treasure. The earth was Pandora's box. All right? When you look at the word Pandora in the etymology, it means gift. So you watch the movie Avatar, the planet that they inhabited, the planet that the Na'vi inhabited was called Pandora. And then when you watch the movie Avatar, and you see the vegetation, you see the happiness, and they had a rich source of existing. All right, because they were inside of a treasure box really it was Earth. It was a metaphor for the planet Earth. And the planet Earth in its natural pristine state is really a treasure box. All right, for Yasha Allah, for Israel. Okay? And sometimes it's hard to tell because most of us exist within this power grid, this matrix, this cement jungle, this cement habitation, which totally disconnects you from Earth, from nature, man. Ultimately from your power source. All right? Because, like I said, our bodies are offsprings of Earth. Our spirits are offsprings of Yahweh. But when our bodies expire, they go back to their source. And their source is the treasure chest. It's the Mother Earth. All right? And the reason why, you hear me say Mother Earth because Earth is a nourisher. She's personified as a woman. Okay? And we spring, we are in her womb, so to speak. All right? We were in her womb in Genesis. And then the waters broke in Genesis when the waters brought forth the moving creature. So our physical aspect of us is of Aratazah. Okay? But our spirit that inhabits his body, all right, is an offspring of Yahweh. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay? But furthermore, all right, like I said, this man's dwelling places in earth, in the nations who copy and paste Babylon, all right, they've become counselors to earth. All right, we don't need these new cars. They really got a nice car, that's not the point. We don't need cars. We don't need 100-story skyscrapers, and you work in these little cubicles 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, millions of people bumping into each other, stuff them some fucking subway train, all right, just to survive or get rich. Or whatever your goal is, it's not natural. You're little ants in an ant bed. But that's not how the Most High created earth. Even when Yahweh Bashmal Shai created cities, and within the laws, there is rules for having cities, man. So you do have cities. All right, that's why you have something called walled cities. So even in Jerusalem, we have walled cities. In the kingdom, we're gonna have walled cities. Hence the 12 walls. All right. But it's not going to be something that's detrimental to earth and detrimental to the inhabitants of the earth, man. See, one thing about this man, his engineering is deleterious, meaning it slowly erodes and decays over time. All right? Let me get this scripture from the brother. He's always posting scriptures. All right? SOWYW. I'm sorry. SOYWY, Labad, Napash, Sirach 10:10. The physician cutteth off a long disease. Who's that physician? It's Yahweh Shai. Who's that long disease? What's that long disease? It's Esau, the so-called white man's rulership. And he that today is a king, tomorrow shall die. That's why it says in Luke, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. That's him dying, figuratively speaking. or losing his rulership. All right, and the Most High has awakened us to the fact that we were in the matrix. We're inhabiting death, man. The things that we're inhaling and exhaling that we can't even see. The things that we're consuming that we were taught was food and is not food. All right, we're in death. If you have to look back at it, the most important thing you could do in the physical world, not spiritually, but physically, is be aware of what you put into your temple. If you gotta look into the back of the ingredients to determine what we're gonna put in our temple, that means that we're inhabiting death, man. All right. If you gotta go to all these gymnasiums, and have these gym memberships, all right, you gotta test your water. Some brothers into testing the pH of the water. That means our government betrayed us, man. All right, if you gotta watch the news about some event happening, you gotta turn around and Google it to see what really happened, you know. Then look, our government betrayed us, man. He lost trust. All right. So, you know, our habitation is detrimental. You see? Let me get some more of this nature. All right, now. That's why I had to get some more nature. Our habitation is death, man. All right? He Frankenstein our food. He's Frankenstein our music. Like Elder Yashawamba would say, he turned it into death. All right? He took our habitations within his kingdom and Frankenstein it. He ruined it, man. That was warfare. Feminism, street culture, standard American diet, processed food, which is part of the standard American diet, the food system, the school system, which is, you know, all right, the prison industrial complex. That's a war tactic, man. You see? He Frankenstein our people. The average Israelite man is not supposed to be uninviting. The average Israelite woman is not supposed to be unapproachable. All right? That's why it says in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that the man that was tender and delicate among you, meaning he was brotherly. The average Israelite man was brotherly. When I say Israelite, I mean so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American. But over here in the States, man, it's rough out here, man. All right? But even our women were friendly, feminine. All right? They didn't have a hard face towards their offspring. They didn't have a hard face towards the Israelite man. All right? But all this happened while we were here. We didn't come on these boats like this. We didn't when we came off those ships coming to the shores of America, we weren't like this. But 400 years later, look at us, man. But that's why Ezekiel saw us in a hologram, in a trance, and we were referred to as a valley full of dry bones, because by that time we were the product of the punishment of Yahweh Bashmal Shai, and he used his sword, who we call the so-called white man, to execute that punishment on us, a 400-year punishment. All right. So Ezekiel, he saw the byproduct of the witchcrafts, of the sorceries bestowed on our people. He saw the byproduct of a 350-year period of slavery. All right. And he referred to us as dry bones. He beheld a valley full of dry bones. You see? Because by that time, all right, the Frankenstein had been finished. And the mad scientists, the elites, they're looking at their works like, I did it, you know? So, I mean, but like I said, we all know the end. We all know the end. We all know the end situation with Ezekiel 37. Okay? We all know the end situation with Ezekiel 37. The end situation was those bones woke up. The end situation, those bones, they stood upon their feet, man. And flesh came upon them. Okay? You know? A lot of us are waking up, man. And I believe Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai wants us to defeat the flesh. So that me and Elder Kazak was talking about, Elder Kazak, Kazak Yala, formerly of the Chicago camp, GMS Chicago, now with the Mississippi camp. All right, we were talking about it. He said, he believed Yahweh Bashmal Shai wants us to overcome the flesh. Because the thing that empowers Esau's witchcrafts, the thing that empowers his sorceries is his fucking flesh. That's what the apostle was sent forth on a mission. Mainly the apostle Paul. His whole thing was, man, not participating in Rome because it ignited the flesh. It excited the flesh. And when you out to the flesh, you know, you can't please the Most High. Thus said the scriptures. And it makes you disconnected from Him. All right? Living after your lower self, living after fulfilling your lower nature all the time, it disconnects you from your power. See, the 2/3 of our people, they're just of the flesh. They might not be serial killers. They might not be, you know, but a lot of Jake, they're just of the flesh. They're disconnected from their power. They might go to church, but they probably in church because of their woman. All right? And like I said, church, that's just some a good speech for about 30 minutes to an hour. A good lie, you see? But to be really connected to your power, you got to be on a higher vibration. If you notice, the prophets, when they tapped into Yahweh to receive particular visions, all right, or they, like, what did the Most High tell Ezra? Eat the flowers of the field. Or what did the Most High tell Daniel? Eat the posts, the vegetation. Let me get this right here. The posts, the vegetation, you see? All right, Elijah, all right? Elijah, we eat what? The honey and the locust. And locust is good. Dried crickets, which is like the relative of the locust, is good, man. All right? Especially if it's seasoned. You know what I mean? Especially if it's seasoned, you see? But the foods of the earth, all right, is of a higher vibration, man. All right? But processed food, that's the devil's food, man. Processed food is the devil's food. Sometimes brothers slip. You know what I mean? But that's why we gotta, in this kingdom, different kingdoms require different things for men and Yahweh Shai. But this kingdom targets your flesh to keep you in the vibration of your flesh. And when you're in the vibration of your flesh, when you're in a wavelength of your flesh, when you are in the existence of your flesh, you're disconnected from your power. And you can feel it. And you can feel it when you ever go on a cleanse. You ever go a while without eating meat, or go a while without eating a bunch of bread. Not saying that those things are bad. But like I said, usually what we consume is processed. It's not in its natural form. And you go a while cleansing and detoxing, your spirit is more positive. All right, your spirit is more positive. You have more energy. All right, you might go a while without listening to certain music. All right, and what happens, you will see that you feel alive. Because if you go to Esau's habitations, if you go where Jake is, right, or especially low-income area Jake, it's a denser vibration. Because it's a food desert. The music is dark. The food is processed. Everybody seems to be a little more dark-spirited, per se. And this is my anecdotal observation. This is something that I've observed. But in Jake's habitation, people seem to be a little more negative, you know. I think Esau has him on a war frequency. I think he knows how to concentrate frequencies, put people on different frequencies, all right? But the point is, part of us waking up to our power, waking up to our source, waking up to our Yahweh Bahashim side, our power, all right, is really de-Frankensteining ourselves, man, to the best of our ability. Or like I said, that processed food, you know, processed music, you know. Like I said, Jake gonna do it. You're not gonna listen to the same music all day. You're not gonna eat a salad all day, every day. All right. Most High didn't make us like that. But the thing is, consume the better version of what you do eat. Every brother ain't gonna go 100% plant-based. You know, the Most High, you know, that's not a requirement. You know, but what I am saying is that those things, all right, with discretion, all right, they help you get to that higher. They help you unplug, man. A good cleanse, a good detox for a week. Just see how it feels. Because the habitations is, man, we're like every city that you see in America, it's little cancer hubs, man. It's little fucking cancer hubs, man. Every city is like little cancer hubs, man. All right, let me get these scriptures for my battery dies. And shalom, brothers and sisters. All right. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou made the world for our sakes. For our sakes. What you doing inside the house all day? What you doing at the house all day, man? Come get some of this earth, man. You know? So get some of this earth, man. You know? Maybe you're at work. You know, maybe you're at work watching this video. Maybe on your 15, you can step outside, walk around a job. You know the environment. You know where you at. I don't know where you at, but just, you know, I know how it is for me. Sometimes, hey, the medicine, the remedy is getting amongst nature, man. Get out that matrix for a little bit, you know? Because like I said, these havens, these cities, the Esau plants in the earth, it's little cancer hubs, man. Whether it's the food, the music, the emissions that's being emitted from the vehicles, from the nuclear plants, from the chemtrails, from the music, it's little cancer hubs. For the moral aspect, you know, the demonic enchantments is just little cancer hubs. Concentrated death, concentrated energy of death, concentrated cancers. All right, that's why everybody that lives in it, hey, we have the highest death rates, highest obesity rates, man. The obesity thing, that's just a thing that you see. But what mind is being engineered to where everybody is obese? Everybody has some type of health issue because he's engineered minds. He's engineered the minds of modern day people to really self-destruct through freedoms, through the illusion of freedoms, man. But like I said, I'm gonna draw this live stream to a close, and I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessing, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Kamel Shalom.